Now, as far as the distance to stars, understand this is very well understood. There are billions of stars, more than 6,000 light years from here. So, Mr. Ham, how could there be billions of stars more distant than 6,000 years if the world's only 6,000 years old? It's an extraordinary claim.
So Bill Nye claims the creationist model has a light travel time problem. But do you know what he just did? It's as if creationists are at a race and Bill Nye comes over to mock our race car because he thinks we can't win the race. So you look over at Bill Nye and you see that he showed up to the race with a lawnmower tractor. Really, Bill? You want to question our speed? Isn't that hypocritical? Let me explain. Here's an article on New Scientist called 13 Things That Do Not Make Sense. And at number 2, we have the horizon problem, a light travel time problem for the Big Bang model. It states that nothing can travel faster than the speed of light, so there is no way heat radiation could have traveled between the two horizons to even out the hot and cold spots created in the Big Bang and leave the thermal equilibrium we now see. Looks like you have a problem too, Bill. This horizon problem is a big headache for cosmologists, so big they have come up with some pretty wild solutions. Inflation, for example. I guess this is where historical science comes in, right? If we assume uniformitarianism, then the Big Bang model is false. So Big Bang cosmologists have to deny this principle and claim that things were different in the past when we couldn't observe it. This is ironic considering Bill Nye was not even willing to acknowledge the difference between historical and observational science in the debate, as I pointed out in my last video. How serious is this light travel time problem? Here's the nonsense they have to make up. You can solve the horizon problem by having the universe expand ultra fast for a time just after the Big Bang, blowing up by a factor of 10 to the 50, that's a 1 followed by 50 zeros, an insanely large number, and this expansion rate is supposed to happen how fast? In 10 to the negative 33 seconds. That's 0.0000033 zeros with a 1 at the end. You can hardly call that a fraction of a second. Even this article admits, but is this wishful thinking? Yes, it is. Bill Nye wants to point out the apparent light travel time problem in the creationist model, but he's either unaware or ignorant of his own light travel time problem. Keep racing along your tractor trailer, Bill. The refutations you throw at creationists are actually destroying your own foundation, especially since you're the one who adheres to this principle of uniformitarianism. Creationists don't. And that's why creation scientists have proposed solutions to this apparent problem in our model. Dr. Russel Humphrey has a model, as does Dr. Jason Lisle, and I'll post a link in the description. Or some creationists even believe that God created the light in transit. Either way, the serious light travel time problems dwell in the Big Bang model. So next time a Big Bang believer wants to try and point out your light travel time problem,
how could there be billions of stars more distant than 6,000 years if the world's only 6,000 years old? It's an extraordinary claim.
Just remember that they are the ones showing up at the race with a lawnmower tractor.